These Hot Idiots is a podcast featuring our hosts, two full-grown adult men. Together, they watch teen drama and young adult-oriented television shows one episode at a time. These Hot Idiots is a comedy podcast and isn't meant to be taken as real criticism. This podcast uses adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Sure, we're back. Late, but we're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're doing this real late.
Real late. Sorry. These Hot Idiots episode, whatever episode it is. I think it's 16, but we're covering...
at 16 because
we've reviewed Twilight.
We did Twilight. So now everything's off a step. The thing you hate the most about this.
Yeah, oh well. When we get to season 2, we'll start doing like episode 1 again, and then there's no point after that.
It'll be really fucked.
That'll be very difficult to maintain. We are reviewing The Vampire Diaries, episode 15, A Few Good Men, which has nothing to do with anything that happened in the movie A Few Good Men in 1992.
Yeah, I have no idea why this is the name of the episode.
There's no indicators, there's no hints. It's just A Few Good Men.
It's a play by Aaron Sorkin, which then they made a movie.
Never comes up.
Never comes up. Has no connection. At least Night of the Comet had a comet in it.
Yeah, Night of the Comet had a comet. Night of the Few Good Men didn't have a good men.
It had no good men. There were no good men in this episode.
It was just a dude.
Okay, there was a good man.
There was no recap this episode. It was just a dude hiking. And then
we did not get a previously on Vampire Diaries. That's
that
right.
Kind of scrungly looking vampire just kind of waddles out, and he walks up to him, and he's just like, "What day is it?" And he's like, 20, or what year is this? And he's like, we're in like 2010.
Yeah, it's 2010.
Oh.
And then he eats him.
And then he's like, "I'm sorry. You seem like a good guy. I'm gonna eat your face." All right, what? Woods, by the way, has Woods has a Vampire Diaries. It has a wiki page, just Woods.
The Woods. It doesn't even have a name.
It doesn't have the name. It's just called Woods.
It has all the locations you can go to, including the cave and the Salvatore house.
It's like a poorly designed adventure game.
Yeah,
Harper kills him, and then he steals his clothes, and then the phone that the guy he killed starts ringing, and he's like, "What's a phone?" And he fucking throws it.
Steal my soul.
Elena's calling Bonnie, just being like, "Sorry, your grandma died. You don't get to show up that much because of that.
You're not gonna be in this episode. Happy grieving, buddy."
Elena asks Jenna when she shows up about her parents, but she's like, "Well, I got some information about your parents. Like, here's your mom, Isabel Peterson. Here's your dad. I don't care." She doesn't know who her dad is. And she's like, "And then when I figured out her name, I binged it."
I binged it.
And then
quote, no one ever.
You can tell. Okay, so the funniest part about these fucking tie-ins, this happened when Jeremy started Googling binging vampires too, is they always have that shot. You know what shot it is, where you have to show the full product, and it has to be on
really showcase it.
You gotta showcase its features, and you gotta get a full
logo,
full shot logo. No rules for blocking. No mise en scène. Just here's a picture of Bing and how to use Bing.
And find a missing mom.
Yeah, she looks up her name and what schools she went to, and found out that she was an alumni of such and such. I think she was a Duke alumni.
She was a Duke alumni, and she had a sister.
Ooh. And she was a cheerleader too, and then it shows her a picture of her being a cheerleader. I went to Bing.
I binged it.
Fucking, I binged it. Fucking. Who uses Bing?
How does it sound? It doesn't sound good.
Well,
No.
no one. Okay, so
No one says
like
I binged it.
Googled it is kind of like a when you kind of like a you know how Band-Aids you say Band-Aids instead of like
Yeah, you say,
adhesive bandage.
yeah, it's the old, it's like Jello instead of gelatin.
But if you're
'cause
not
everyone knows the
paying
brand.
Google, couldn't you just say I looked it up online or I searched for it?
Well, no, because Bing is giving
Because
them money.
Bing
so
is
you have to
giving
say
them
you-
so much money to Bing. This is a double Bing. This is a back-to-back Bing right here.
They are practically funding this whole show.
This whole Vampire Diaries is brought to you by Bing. Please use
Please
Bing.
use Bing.
Please.
I think there was like a Microsoft credit at the end of this episode.
There might have been. We didn't look.
I think I saw Microsoft out of the corner of my eye as we were watching the credits.
Please, Bill Gates, fund the Vampire Diaries.
Okay, but all the characters must choose Bing.
No. They said Googled a couple episodes ago, by the way. I remember that.
Yeah, but they didn't show Google.
They didn't
so
show
could get away
Google's
with it.
because Google didn't pay, so Bing was like, they said Google. We gotta Bing it. We gotta put Bing on
we
there.
gotta get them to Bing things.
We gotta get them to Bing thing. Hold on. Elena, I'm sorry. I gotta look up your mother. So I went to Ask Jeeves.
No one was asking Jeeves anything in 2010. No one.
I went to DuckDuckGo. No.
That wasn't a thing yet.
But yeah, they show pictures of her in the class of 1993. And she mentions that Alaric's wife was also named Isabel. And then, like, Elena makes a face about it.
Could they be the same person?
And the weird part is, the subtitles always spell Isabel a very specific way. And like
ISOBEL.
and no one ever confirms that. Like
No one ever. There you see written versions of the name. It's gotta be.
so you think be like like when Alaric asks Jenna, like, is Isabel the same Isabel? And it's like she always like ISO, she always uses an O. And he's like, yeah.
ISOBEL. Yeah.
No confirmation that it's just no fucking like any other way to spell Isabel. They just know it's the same Isabel.
Like, Isabel is one of those names where it's usually spelled ISABELLE.
Michael
know.
with a B. Where's the B? There's a B.
There's a B?
No.
Well, we would know. We wrote an Isabel, I believe.
I think.
Yes. One of your characters is an Isabel.
Oh yeah, and they call her Izzy.
They call her Izzy. But we'd spell it ISABELLE.
Yeah.
Not Isobel with the O, which is not as common of a spelling. So you'd think.
Well, you think
Man.
if it was an uncommon spelling, like imagine if there was a character named James. There's two characters named James, and one has a Y. It's J.
One has the Y in the middle.
One has
yeah.
the Y in the middle. You think they would clarify? Oh, James with a Y, or something like
James
that.
with a Y. Michael with a B.
Michael with a B. But Michael.
Where's the B? There's a B?
Elena might be related to Alaric Saltzman, and she's like, I might be related to Alaric Saltzman. She's going to go to her school friend Trudy, who was in the
Nice.
who was in the picture of her as a cheerleader.
Oh yeah, they were friends. For some reason, my stupid brain turned it into they were sisters. I think it was that Isabel used Trudy's name.
Yeah.
Like she took, or no, even in the picture it says Isabel Fleming. Sorry, I'm wrong.
No, I think her last name was always Fleming.
Yeah.
It was Trudy something. I just
Trudy Peterson and Isabel Fleming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I for some reason created the whole different idea in my head that they were siblings.
I don't know why she searched Peterson if
Yeah, I think it was just when she looked up Isabel, one of the things that came up was the picture,
Yeah.
and that led to Trudy Peterson.
So Alaric and Stefan talk for a bit about how Stefan's going to help him, but also he wants to learn, like, did Damon actually, like, kill your wife? Did he kill your wife, or what did he do, right?
Yeah, what happened here?
and he mentions that like it's weird how Elena's dad or Elena's mom and your wife have the same name, and that's weird. And Alaric doesn't believe it. And it's like, that's
It's
too much
like-
of a coincidence to be true. You understand that, right? And I'm just like, I'm sorry, Stefan. You're on the CW.
You're on the CW.
It's-
There is no such thing as
There's
coincidence.
no such thing as like too much of a coincidence. That's how you get
Yeah.
most of your fucking plot.
Yeah.
How are you gonna I don't know how you're gonna do that. Just everything's going to be like tied together because it's the CW and they want to make sure the cast is as small as possible.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're not gonna have any like extemporaneous characters. You're either connected to your plot or you're just not
You're
a
either
character.
connected to the plot or you're dead. That's the rule for the CW. As soon as they don't need you anymore, they're killing your ass. So, he mentions that like Damon's handling this whole grief thing in his own way, and he's having a fuck party.
He's having a vampire suck party with a bunch of girls from Delta Delta Delta.
DDD. They love their king and they hate Kirby.
I get it.
So he's kissing them, he's sucking their blood, and he's making like weird cum faces.
Just grinding on them.
He's grinding on him, and Stefan walks in like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And Stefan,
What the fuck, man?
David just says like, "You're a fucking party pooper.
You're lame.
You're a lame-o."
I'm gonna go. I'm a grind, and no, I'm fine. I'm not upset about Catherine at all. I'm not.
And Stefan's just sort of, he just says like, you clearly seem like you're giving off really big divorced vibes right now."
You are so divorced, dude. It's like,
I-
I'm not divorced.
I'm not mad about Catherine at all. I'm free. I'm a free man. I got no ball and chain. I can do whatever I want. Because I don't have a woman to hold me down. I am not upset.
I'm not.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy, in fact.
Damn it! I was gonna screenshot it. I just saw at the end of the credits. Yeah, it does say promotional consideration provided by Microsoft Corporation and Bing.
Wait, I know exactly what to make the fucking picture. Mega Fighter, can you go find a picture of her using Bing?
Oh my god! I'll try, but
like, just get a screen cap of her binging it.
I don't think that's the thing. I tried to screen cap the Bing part, but it's I think Max blocks that. I think Max blocks screen capture. Damn it!
Hold on.
I would love. Believe me, I would love to fucking screen cap.
All right, I'm
the
gonna find-
picture of Bing.
I think I found the clip.
You found the clip and you're gonna screen cap it.
Yeah,
real
I'm gonna
quick?
screen cap it real quick. Actually, I'm
Hopefully
just
that
going
doesn't
to.
play any noise.
No, it doesn't. I have it set up
Okay,
so it
good.
doesn't play any noise. But also,
Yay!
here's the YouTube clip in case you want to take a screen cap while I'm recording of her binging it. It's
Yeah.
just gonna be a picture of her using Bing. Come on, Microsoft, give me like $5. Yeah, Damon is not a divorced man. He's not divorced. He's not upset about Catherine.
Not at all.
Stefan came in with the purpose of asking him about if he remembers killing an Isabel, and he's like, nothing matters. Nothing's important. I don't care.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I'm just so not upset.
I'm not upset at all that I don't care about Isabel, and I don't care about Catherine, and I'm happy, and everything's fine.
Everything's good.
I'm gonna go exploit some more women. Bye. He actually does say that. And he goes, woo! No.
Did he actually say exploit?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I've completely missed
And
that.
we got Nat and Caroline watching MMA.
They're watching an MMA fight.
I think
And
it's
now I
MMA
gotta-
because the commentary talks about like the takedown, and he's like raining shots.
Okay, so this episode aired March 25th, 2010. Let me see.
UFC,
I don't
hold
think
on, let me
it's
check.
pay-per-view.
UFC events in 2010. This was around when Brock Lesnar was in the.
Ooh.
Okay, let me see.
Me.
UFC. Do. Why are this in reverse? What day did you say?
Okay, it says it was March 25th. Let's see.
The latest event
Uh,
would probably be UFC Live Vera versus Jones when John Jones defeated Brandon Vera in
okay,
in
Vera
round
Jones.
one.
Yeah.
Because
Let's
if it was
see.
on the 27th, it would be George St. Pierre versus Hardy
Yeah.
or Dan Hardy. Was Brock Lesnar
All
on the
right.
card? No, he wasn't.
I don't think Lesnar was there yet.
This is around when he would show up, though. I know that much.
Like if he was, I think he main evented like first show because that was like a big deal.
Yeah, because he's Brock Lesnar.
It's also had Junior Dos Santos beating Gabriel Gonzaga.
And Chick Congo versus Paul Buentello. The thing I don't like about MMA is the matches just end randomly, and it doesn't really feel like you're into it unless it's like a really rare, like super competitive match. It's usually like,
yeah, like
they hype up the fight, and then the guy just gets fucking bodied in round one. And it's like, well, what the fuck was that point of that?
It's just like, I get it. It's a real sport, but at the same time, it just can be real boring.
I like my fiction, okay? Like, give me a fucking break.
Okay, yeah, well, there's Lesnar Carwin, but I guess they weren't billing him heavy for every show, because I know Lesnar Carwin was like one of his later fights.
Maybe? I don't know.
Man, this is what the folks who come to see a podcast about the Vampire Diaries want to hear, huh?
We are neck deep in MMA right now.
We are going neck deep in MMA, so you can understand this scene.
That doesn't matter. Where Matt and
are,
Caroline kiss.
Yeah, they start to make out. They start taking their clothes off.
She thinks the show's boring, but he's he's turning on the charm, and he gives her a smooch, and then they declothe and they CW fuck, which is when you get down to your undies and then you rub each other. That's CW. Yeah. That's CW fucking.
That's the CW fuck, but then somebody shows up at the doorway.
Actually, Bonnie's just like, why are you fucking on my couch?
Oh no, it's not Bonnie.
Is it not Bonnie?
No, Bonnie's not in this episode.
Oh, was it the fucking was it Matt's mom?
It's Matt's mom.
Matt's mom's like, why are you fucking on my couch?
Yeah, it wouldn't be Bonnie. This isn't Bonnie's house.
I don't remember her name. Something Donovan.
Yeah. Okay, I can find it. Kelly Donovan.
Kelly Donovan's like, don't fuck on my couch. Alaric's being weird as Jenna and him are like putting up signs about like a big bachelor fundraiser where the winners get to do a raffle and date a bachelor. He mentions about being like, this is really weird that I'm just like being shipped around like I'm some kind of indentured servant. And I'm just like, well, I mean, Mystic Falls would know a thing or two about indentured servitude.
Quote marks.
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. Bonnie's not here. Don't think about it.
Bonnie didn't even show up this episode. She's too busy thinking about how her grandma died.
Yeah.
Elena pulls, and then they continue to talk about his wife, and how he never had a baby with her, so we wouldn't know if she was pregnant. And then like Jenna pulls out a picture, and it's like, oh shit, that is my wife.
Oh fuck, my wife.
That's my wife. Well, he like doesn't tell her that it's his wife, but he makes a face like, oh shit, that's my wife. Oh shit.
I gotta drink about this. I mean, think this over.
I gotta go drink. I mean, think. I mean, drink. I mean,
think. I mean, drink.
Elena pulls up in her aunt's Mini Cooper, which is nice.
Yeah, it's a fairly nice Mini Cooper.
Elena visits Trudy, her mother's childhood friend, and talks about knowing her mom and being she had a baby that she gave up, and I'm the baby, and I'm your friend's daughter. She offers Elena tea and then just sort of walks in, and then Elena follows her, and then the camera like cuts down to her feet and shows that she walked in.
Which is weird because Elena's not a vampire.
Not a vampire, and like we know that she's not a vampire.
Like you guys spent that nickel last episode with did Damon turn her? Or could she potentially be turned? Because the blood's in the system, and it's like we're past that one already.
She and Trudy like go to talk about like where did Isabel go after having me, and she said she went to Florida, and then they were kind of in touch, but not really. And then we cut to Stefan and Alaric talking about Isabel again. And Alaric really wants to go after Damon for killing his fucking wife, and Stefan's like, just back off, I got this. That's a blurry fucking picture of Bing. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's very blurry. I love it.
I binged it.
I binged it.
Someone messaged me, sorry.
Yeah.
He tells him to, like, whatever you fucking plan on doing with Damon, you leave Elena out of it.
Yeah.
And also, do you have a picture of Isabel that I could show Damon, because he couldn't recall a goddamn thing when I asked him. So he pulls out the picture he has in his wallet, and Stefan takes it.
There was also a bit of like, I think a scene before this, or it might be kind of in between this, where like Matt and his mom talk a bit about like, oh, what are you doing here? You know, where's whatever his name is, Paul or whatever.
Where's Paul? And she doesn't answer, and a couple other things. I was gone for a minute, so I missed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a flashback with Alaric and Isabel and their great relationship, where she just sits at a computer and types stuff, and he's just like, what you typing? And she's like, shut up.
I want to find out about vampires.
I want to find about vampires. They say that Mystic Falls has raccoon attacks, but I don't believe that. And Alaric's like, that's stupid. I'll get my garlic, whatever. Then he's like, he says that he loves her because she's like Fox Mulder, except hotter and a girl.
Except you're hot. Yeah, you're like Mulder, except hot and a girl.
And I'm like Scully, but a guy.
And you don't work for the government, so you're not at all like Mulder.
And you don't work for the government. I don't know. Actually, maybe you're not like Fox Mulder. And I'm like Scully, but a guy and a history teacher, and I don't work for the government, and I don't have red hair.
So I'm not at all like Scully.
I'm not all like Scully. And she mentions that like, but Mulder's always right. And it's like, or he was right at the end. And I'm just like, was he right at the end? I always thought it was like Mulder's like figuring shit out, and Scully's like, I don't think it's a fucking whatever the fuck this week it is.
That can't be like always the case that he's always right all the time.
You think Scully would be right sometimes.
Right, there's no way that like it had like at least 7 or 8 seasons. There's no way X-Files didn't pull the fast one on
change the
Mulder.
formula and be like, oh, I guess it wasn't some weird shit. Okay.
11 seasons, 218 episodes. There's no way they all end exactly the same way. It's not happening. Sorry. Where the hell were we? Oh yeah, still on Alaric and his wife.
Yeah, Alaric and his wife, and then it cuts to Trudy and Elena, and they're drinking tea, and Elena's like, "This is some weird tea," and she's just like, "It's just some herbal shit," and Elena's like, "Is there verbena in the tea? Did you vervain the tea? You know something, don't you?" And then Trudy's like, "You gotta leave right now.
Go to get out." Can we also talk about how Trudy is probably like the most Southern person we've encountered in this show?
It actually seems like she's from Virginia.
Yeah, like everyone else, it's just they don't have like strong enough accents for it to be believable.
So as Elena
goes
to the car, there's a blurry man, and she gets in the car, and then the man unblurs, and it's just some dude.
And then he blurs again.
And then they blur him again as she's like driving off, and then they unblur him again, and he's just still, he hasn't moved.
A guy.
He's just some guy. Alaric is busy sad drinking, and Damon shows up and sad drinks with him, and he just makes fun of him because he's a teacher.
I fucking called it. He is just drinking.
He is drinking, and then like when they're talking, they talk about like, oh, we kind of don't know each other, but like we kind of do. And then Alaric just starts staring at him. It's like, don't make it obvious that he knows that you're on to him.
Like, yeah.
He does like a sideways stare at him, at the like glaring a hole into the side of his head, and just David's like, whatever.
think this is like the first or second scene with Sheriff Bennett, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, not Sheriff Bennett, Sheriff Forbes.
Sheriff Forbes. Sheriff Forbes just sort of takes Alaric Saltzman's chair and just goes, "Hey, what's up, Damon? I kind of need your help again. We're having the bachelor thing.
We're having a bachelor auction.
And I guess you're a bachelor." He mentions that
I know this somehow.
He mentions that she has a gay husband, who told him that?
Yeah, he knows about her gay husband. I guess. Caroline told him?
But I don't think Caroline ever brought it up on screen.
Yeah, at least not to Damon.
Anyway, she says that like Damon is prime real estate and he should be a bachelor for the fundraiser.
And I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna get shirtless Damon, aren't we?
And he's gonna be single and willing to mingle.
He's willing and ready to mingle.
He starts like giving off hints that Caroline's mom should go start hunting down Alaric Saltzman because he's acting really weird.
Alaric Saltzman's acting sus. Can you look into him for me?
And she's like, okay. The man tells Trudy that like, you've done your
Rose at Trudy's house.
Yeah, you've done your job, Trudy. And Trudy's like, I told her to leave. That's what you wanted me to do, right? And he tries to...
I didn't tell her anything.
I didn't tell her anything. And then he tries to break into her house. And she's like, I didn't invite you. And he's like, I'm not a vampire. Fuck you.
And he busts down the door. Trudy goes running. And then he grabs her on the stairs.
And then throws her down the stairs.
And she's dead.
She's dead now.
She dies from this.
She died from stairs.
I'll be honest.
What is she, Kawina from One Piece? Get the fuck...
I genuinely, I mean, it's not like I'm saying you can't die from stairs, but this is not a situation. I don't know how we got to this point where she got thrown by a guy, not even a vampire, just a dude, and it just fucking, just hit the stairs enough to just die.
Yeah. Got like a pool of blood on the welcome mat.
Or something.
Ran out of fucking hit points.
It's utterly baffling. I was like, what? How? How did that kill her?
We cut to the vampire Harper, and he's just looking around, and he's like, oh, future. Oh, there's future things. There's cars
what?
and a skateboard. What is this?
That man is riding a board on wheels. What is going on? There's that woman there on a bench.
There's a woman on a bench, and she gives it like a little eyebrow wiggle at him.
Oh, wait.
I think that was the lady who invited him in.
Or not, yeah, it was it like Pearl or Anna? I didn't even pick up on that. Hold on, let me have a look. Let me check the wiki. It doesn't mention the scene with Harper and the bench. Damn it.
Yeah, that
wiki editors, confirm this. You've got all the heart rip outs you need.
You have an article about Woods.
You have an article about Woods. I think you can spare some time to describe the scene where Harper looks at a woman on a bench so we can confirm that it's one of the vampires.
Damon is shirtless now for some reason. At his house.
Yeah, I fucking called it. I knew it.
As
so
Elena
good.
visits the Salvatores and just talks about what's going on. And her birth mother, and he pretends he can't button his shirt, so he makes Elena do it, and then...
I think he might be shit-faced.
He might be shit-faced. I don't know if vampires can be shit-faced, though. Do vampires...
Damon found a way.
Do vampire livers work?
I mean, every part of you functions when you're a vampire.
I mean, in the fucking World of Darkness rules, if someone's drunk and you drink their blood, you get drunk.
Yeah, I think it was established by Stefan sometime early on that as long as you have blood in your system, your body works as intended. That's where that's where we got the joke about the vampires, the centuries-old vampires that really need to poop.
Yes.
Yes. So I get because Damon had a big supply of blood come in with the Tridelts.
So he calls Elena's mom some fucking loser and that he shouldn't care about her because she left Elena and who the fuck cares?
Yeah, this is his thing. This is his arc now. Is fuck everything. I'm not upset.
I'm not
I'm not
upset.
divorced.
I'm not divorced.
I'm fine. As help me button.
So they're at the big party, and Alaric Saltzman's kind of uncomfortable, but she's just like, it'll be fun. Don't worry, you'll enjoy it. Damon and Stefan talk about Isabel some more, and he's like trying to refresh her memory, and David just says, I don't know nothing about no Isabels.
There's enough, who cares?
Matt's mom shows up to embarrass him. Damon immediately starts flirting with the mayor's wife.
Amazing.
Caroline's mom starts talking about Isabel for some reason.
Yeah, I think she found info on Isabel.
Oh yeah, I guess they did. He asked about Alaric Saltzman, so he figured out that his wife is Isabel. Okay.
And that she died. No one knows why.
They have a bachelor Q&A with a plumber.
The plumber, Alaric Saltzman, and Damon.
They call Alaric Saltzman his name fucking stupid.
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
They give Damon the mic, and then he just starts talking shit about Isabel right in front of Alaric Saltzman.
Well, they ask him like what Alaric teaches, and he goes history, and there's like, hey, why don't you give us a fun fact about Mystic Falls? And then there's just silence.
Why don't you give us a fun fact about Mystic Falls? And I wanted him to grab the mic and just go, vampires are real. Vampires are real.
Meanwhile, I'm just thinking terrible jokes again.
Yes, vampires are real.
about the history of Mystic Falls and all the Civil War stuff coming back in my brain.
Yes.
But I think Ash saved me by just going, vampires are real. Vampires are real. Him just fucking breaking Masquerade right in front of everyone. But yeah, Damon just decides to start fucking needling the dude.
He starts needling Alaric Saltzman about how I totally killed your wife and her blood was delicious. Ha ha ha.
I tasted your wife and she was delicious. I cucked you.
I totally fucking cucked you.
You bitch. Live and in front of all these bachelorettes.
Elena gets uncomfortable and storms out, and Stefan follows her, and she's just like, David, you didn't say Damon killed my fucking mom. And Stefan's just like, I'm sorry. He was complicated. I didn't know enough about what happened. I didn't want to drag you in. I didn't want to drag you.
I want to help. Go ahead. Sorry.
I didn't want to drag you into this, and I wanted to make sure that Damon could change for the better. And Elena's like, why the fuck are you protecting Damon? He sucks. And then
I'm thinking maybe like you, I could help him, and it's like, didn't you want to kill him 2 or 3 episodes ago?
You called him you called him unredeemable and that you should fucking kill him, right?
Yeah, this when did this turnaround happen? Is it because Damon found out that Caroline left his ass, that he just and he became a sad sack drinking?
Catherine,
sorry.
Elena calls Damon a fucking cunt.
We're batting 1,000 tonight.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Elena calls Damon a fucking cunt and that he killed her real mom. And Stefan gives him a yeah nod before they walk off. The guy who killed Trudy is in front of them, and he's just like, stop looking up Isabel. She doesn't want to talk to you. Okay, I'm gonna go kill myself now.
Yeah, I'm looking for Isabel. You're not gonna find her. Don't look for her. And then he fucking steps back and gets hit by a fucking truck.
And we both started laughing so fucking hard.
we were shocked and just dying. We could not handle.
Yeah, we couldn't handle it. And then Elena goes and picks up his phone after he gets hit by the truck. Hit by a fucking truck.
It's by a goddamn truck. It's the whole it'd be one of us would start winding down and the other one would start back up because it was so fucking funny.
So they're pulling names for the fucking bachelor raffle, and the plumber gets with Matt's mom, and Jenna gets with Alaric, and the mayor's wife gets Damon, and it's oh, go figure.
Wouldn't you know who won the pony?
Wouldn't you know who won the pony?
Oh, we forgot to mention there's a scene where it's like Matt, his mom, and Caroline are talking, and at one point Elena comes into this. I think that's when Elena enters the bar or grill, wherever the hell we are right now.
Well, what happens is later, I thought, where like fucking Matt's mom just calls Caroline a stupid whore.
Oh, that's later, but we missed the scene from before where she and Elena talks, and Elena immediately goes first name basis with Kelly, and it's just like,
hello, Kelly.
And Caroline has this look on her face of just like, fuck, and it's like, yeah, that's rough when it's like she's still on a first name basis with her ex's mom.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I forgot that like she was probably familiar with the mom because she was dating Matt.
That's rough.
I don't know why she was being such a bitch to Caroline though.
Oh, I think unless I just misremembered my notes here, I can't remember. Maybe no. Okay, you're right. The scene later, or it may have happened before the guy got run over, but I feel like it was after the scene with the guy getting run over. She just immediately because she gets her ticket to be with the bar guy, with the plumber.
With the plumber.
And she's like, "Oh, Bonnie, you stop being so nice. It's fucking fake. You're a stupid
skanky bitch hoe, and I hate you." And Caroline's like, "What did I do?"
It's like, she's fuck you, Mrs. Donovan. No wonder your husband left or died.
Left and died. So,
I genuinely don't even know what the connection here is, but I'll just fucking run with it.
Alaric has another flashback about his wife wanting to find the vampires. Matt takes his mom home, and she talks about how her boyfriend left her, and that's why she's here. And she starts crying and begs Matt not to leave her life like Vicky did, and he promises that, yeah, I'll stick with you, Mom, don't worry.
And Peter, whoever, with Paul.
Paul, and Mary.
Yeah.
Alaric walks up with a steak, and he just kind of like shyly threatens Damon. And Damon's like, "Are you fucking serious right now?"
Dude, you're not that stealthy.
You're not that stealthy, and also I'm going to attack you now. What? And he just punches him across the room. Alaric starts like telling you, "What did you say about what did you do to my wife? Did you kill her? Like what?" And he's like, "I turned her into a vampire.
Because she wanted to.
She wants dick. She didn't want your dick."
Why vampire dick?
You wanted the vampire dick. Show logo.
That's the worst edit. If somebody can make that magic happen, a Vampire Diaries logo, but it just says the vampire dick.
Yeah, he wants the vampire dick, and make the vampire dick intro play every time I say that.
Oh my god. Like, Alaric gets fucked up here.
Yeah,
This
Alaric
is
gets
pathetic.
stabbed with his own stake because, Damon just overpowers him. And he also says that he fucked his wife and also made her a vampire. And also, he sucked as a husband because he didn't fuck her enough.
She wanted the vampire dick.
The vampire dick.
And he is so bad at hunting a vampire here that he gets staked. He gets staked, and fucking Damon's monologuing at him.
Damon's like monologuing at him while he's dying, and he's like, "Ooh, I hit a lung. I get to watch you die. Cool." And he just starts dying on the floor while Damon watches. And then Stefan runs in, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like,
"You just killed a man?
He came after me. Whatever, dude. It's cool. I'm not upset about Catherine." Also, like Isabel was Catherine's daughter, that means that Catherine totally said fucking Isabel. She said Isabel to fuck me, and and it's not weird for me to think that.
Not weird. I'm not being weird.
I'm not being weird. I'm leaving now.
I'm not like Tyler's dad. I'm not being weird, okay?
I'm not being weird. I want to fuck my girlfriend's daughter. What? What?
I don't even fuck it. I'm drunk.
I don't care anymore. I'm leaving.
He was like 3 bottles of brandy deep in this
Stefan
episode.
is so mad that he hit him with a "Stop it, stop it."
Stop it. Stop being obsessed with Catherine. I'm not.
I'm not obsessed. I fucked
I'm
her
not.
daughter. I'm leaving. Alaric just suddenly comes back to life and his wounds are healed. And Stefan's like, did he turn you into a vampire? What the fuck? And he's like, I'm not a vampire. I just came back to life for some reason.
And then he looks at his ring.
And there's a flashback of him getting the ring. And it's like, I want you to wear this ring forever and all the time.
Isabel gave him a ring that protects him from all monsters, like wooden stakes.
What? Yeah, he's protected from wooden stakes, but only when well wielded by vampires.
Yes, I feel like there's a better way that you could do an idea like this.
I don't know, because technically he
ring.
died because he bled to death, not because a vampire killed him.
Not because a vampire staked him, because he got staked in general. But it just, I don't know. It's like there's gotta be a better way to do this ring idea.
What? All these fucking magic rings.
All these fucking magic rings, like I don't know. I'll try to think of something here of what this could be instead of a ring that protects you from vampires and things that vampires do to you that aren't actually vampire things.
I don't know. If a vampire shoots you with a gun, that's a vampiric gun.
That's a vampire gun, and therefore the bullets will not actually penetrate.
Yeah, exactly. It protects you because the gun was fired by a vampire. Who's making these rules? Fuck.
I know, this one is the weirdest one because it's like, how does this even make sense?
How does it even make sense? Elena has the phone of the guy who jumped in front of a truck, and she realizes that this guy keeps calling the same number, so she calls it. And like Isabel picks up and he's like,
yeah,
did you tell her? End. And Elena's like, is that my mom? And then she just immediately hangs up on her. Harper shows up at this house with like Pearl and Anna, and then Pearl and Anna get another person to show up and then invite like Harper into the house. Can a vampire not invite someone into a house?
Not if it's not theirs.
Maybe it's someone else's house?
It's the lady Miss Gibbons who they had invite him in, I think. But can they compel someone into inviting in vampires whenever?
I don't know, because you think that would be like, okay, I'm going to compel this guy, and he's going to invite all of us into his house, and we're just going to hang out there.
Is this like just somebody that, is this another vampire? Is this somebody who's like, who knows this family for some reason? I'm so lost on this one. Like, I hope we get some answers in the next episode, because I'm like, what? That's a great way to put it. This episode's confusing.
This episode's a fucking mess.
This is a mess.
This is a complete mess.
This isn't even a fun mess. There isn't nearly enough goofiness.
Well, we laughed.
Shirtless Damon, okay, yeah, we did get a good laugh out of the truck.
Yeah.
That truck saved this episode from being a complete disaster.
I felt like this episode's starting to lose the plot a little bit.
We are in the weeds here.
A little bit. So we got songs.
We got songs.
We got
music.
Black Hearts on Fire by Jet. Jet's a pretty well-known like alternative rock band.
Hell yeah, Jet. I like that song they did. Are You Gonna Be My Girl?
They're a one-hit wonder, kinda.
Yeah, and also Roller Over DJ is pretty good too.
Yeah. We got Time Is a Runaway by the Alternate Roots. Who the fuck is that?
That we have, I don't know who these are.
Your Eyes Are Liars by Sound Team.
Nope.
Like the Vampire Diaries Sound Team, or just a band called Sound Team?
Probably a band called Sound Team.
Got Real You by Above the Golden State.
So, Washington.
Yeah. We've got Winter Night by Sweet Thing, which sounds like that's backwards. Like the band should be Winter Night and the song should be Sweet Thing.
The song should be Sweet Thing, yeah.
But it's not. We've got Something in Common by Free Energy. And Portrait of a Summer Thief by Sounds Under Radio. I don't know anything
No-
about any of these bands except for Jet.
None of these songs stuck out even then.
No, it does not ring a bell.
Nothing rings a bell. Nothing really stuck out where we had like the I know this one like moment.
Yeah, I know it's kind of a quick review, but I feel like there wasn't much to say.
There wasn't much going on. Like plot advanced, but now I'm just confused by mostly what's going on here. Like I don't get the ring.
Well, I think it's like Elena's mom is a vampire, but she doesn't want her daughter to find out that she's a vampire, and like wants to not see her or something.
I guess to protect her, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I feel like this is
sure.
just out of nowhere because I thought we were dealing with the whole vampire tomb thing and not the whatever happened with her mom thing.
Yeah, we have like the vampire tomb thing, and
Well, I mean,
especially the
Harper
fact
showed up at Anna and Pearl's place, but like besides that, nothing
wasn't
really.
He, like,
was he
wasn't
the
he
only?
carrying, like,
Was he the only vampire from the tomb that got out?
wasn't he carrying like a blood bag around or like something?
No.
Wouldn't he still be? He was carrying a blood bag at the end, wasn't he, of the last episode?
No, the blood bag broke open because Damon threw it, and he drank
and
some.
it gave him blood.
I thought he was feeding blood to other people so they could all leave together, but they didn't. It was just Pearl.
Yeah, like I thought he was still carrying around a blood bag.
Pearl,
that
Anna,
had
and
blood.
him, and no one else.
Yeah, like I thought he was walking around with like whatever was left in the blood bag, kind of like popping a couple of drops on everyone.
I was
going to
say, are they like circling? Are they going to circle back and get the rest of the vampires?
Right? Like, what's the plan here?
I don't know what the plan is. That's just. It feels like this episode and the last episode are not connected, which is weird because you think a lot of shit happened last episode that needs to be addressed. But the only thing that we addressed was like one vampire escaped, and also Damon is divorced. Those are the two things. Those are the two things of note for this episode.
It feels like a filler episode more than anything.
A little bit.
Like things happen, but I'm lost now.
Yeah. So that's it for this week. We have the first ever recorded reaction of the episode. We're going to upload that too to the YouTube.
Yeah.
If you think that's funny, then we might like put it in Patreon or something, or just not do it anymore. It depends, really.
Well, you know, we're working things. We're trying things out. You know,
we're trying to incentivize a little bit, like things that are neat that we can do that doesn't require extra work. Because we're lazy.
Like trying to find a copy of the Vampire Diaries game. Good Lord, we're not doing that.
I think I could take a swing at that, actually.
He could try.
No, it's available on my Abandonware. It's.
Oh, you're right.
Games before 2010, you can go to the My Abandonware website and you can get a free copy of it because it's not available for sale, so distributing it is a gray area.
Yeah, it's available.
You're not pirating it. It's just it's not available for purchase. So it's a workaround.
That'll be fascinating to try though.
Yeah, I'll do a playthrough of that. We'll figure out how to beat the game together. Point and click games are not really my forte though. One time there was this this Mars Volta album was coming out and they had like a point and click game that was like a spooky game with like jump scares and shit. And at some point I got stuck, so I just started clicking random shit and just trying to figure out like which thing progresses the story.
Yep. Ain't that always the way?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm Ash and he's Mega.
Yes. You can find us on. Oh yeah, shit. We did not introduce ourselves again. Fucking hell, we are so good at this
50 minutes in.
We're so good at this podcasting.
We're so good at podcasting.
We've done this for on and off for a decade.
Yeah. And all those weirdos on Pandora are watching us.
And all you weirdos on Pandora, 59% of our viewership is on Pandora.
Why are you on Pandora? Who uses Pandora?
Who's really using Pandora out there? What the hell?
I didn't even know we were on Pandora, but it's an option.
I mean, we are on everywhere you can find a podcast.
We were on everywhere we could upload the RSS feed.
That's right. Anywhere you can find a podcast and YouTube.
And YouTube. We simultaneously upload these now.
Yeah, and also we have an X account, but we barely use.
Yeah, I barely use it. We got Tumblrs.
But we also have Tumblrs, Ash Nightshade, and Mega Fighter Free for free.
Yes. I might actually play a fucking stupid game. I don't know.
We might, yeah. We might, like, if we finish the season off, or if we finish like the series, we might do that as like a special like event.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes. But until then, don't get hit by a truck.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Good night.
We drank the blood of some people, but the people were on drugs. And now I'm a wizard.